going for tackle because Messi always has have the ball because he will do damages. So everybody wants to tackle Messi. So P2B is the Messi everybody want to tackle because P2B is with the ball. Let me just put it like that, metaphorically speaking. So Sowore attacking P2B. Why sometimes I don't take Sowore serious anymore is this. Because there are things that when you say it, people will judge you based on your sense of reasoning. P2B sat down, knew that part of the thing people told him was Nigeria, if you can solve power issue among one of the infrastructures, it will be good. P2B was discussing it then when he was in PDP. Now he said, why is it that Nigeria entered into a contract or something with Siemens of Germany? Those of you here can bear with can attest to that. The contract, the paper was signed by what is the man's name? The late chief of army, chief of staff that died, Abba Kyari, the one that died, who was the chief of staff then. He went to Germany then. People were saying, why can't the minister for power like Fashola go and do it? But the man went there with Siemens and it was shown all over the place. Peter said, 2, 3 years, yet nothing is happening. He now realized that there are 3 countries that were able to generate power maybe double their capacity within the shortest possible time. And these are, he said, India, Vietnam, and Egypt. He said, okay, since Egypt is nearer to us and Africa, let me go and visit them. And incidentally, Egyptian, their technical partners were the same Siemens that Nigeria approached. So when Peter Obi went there to say, please, Nigeria has been dealing with Siemens like you people. What is happening? Egypt said, oh, in Nigeria, Siemens people said, oh, over there, Nigeria has been always been meeting committee since how many years? But Egypt finished their own within 1 month. And Peter has to study, what did you do? Peter said, why I want to know most of this problem is that I do not want if I go in, I will start to tell people, my God, look at the rot. PDP stole the whole money for 16 years, like APC was saying. We didn't. Peter said he want to know. He want to know most, have a grasp of what it is, so that when he goes in, and probably by getting to know what the problems are, what the issues are, when he must have prepared solutions, so that from the next day after being sworn in, he said the ball rolling. Now, what did Sowore say? Sowore said that P2B is just going to learn in 3 days what he should have known. So he hasn't even look at the type of he doesn't. His criticisms is not even constructive. He took the deputy British High Commissioner to reply Showore's tweet that what is the problem that you've seen where something is working better and you went to learn from them so that you can then put it and then improve your own. Showore did not reply that tweet. I want somebody to prove me wrong. So in all these things, you see that the man is just what Obasanjo will call bad belly. Not that you can't criticize. People criticize P2B. I'm not saying he can't criticize, but his criticism is just based on bad belly. He feel that P2B is popular, therefore he want to cast more, throw more than then start. He's even talking like somebody who did not go to school. In the United States, where Showore lived and was doing Sahara reporters, has he ever had a wait since he's been there, maybe in the time of maybe George Bush or Obama? Has he ever heard Obama say that we go after this senator? The FCC should proceed. You don't say that. You don't say it. What you do is you strengthen the institution and then invite the public. If you have evidence against anybody, submit it to EFCC. You should be independent of EFCC. She already knew all these things. But when he comes to Nigeria, he's trying to tell people who to associate with, who not to associate with. By the way, what did Showore know that P2B discussed with IBB? How did he? Can he come out and say, okay, since we all saw him, he visited photo opportunity. What was discussed? Do you know? Do you know if IBB called him to tell him something or maybe one thing? Do you know? Nobody can say that, and then he come
He's
out to
not
come and
talking about a discussion. It's
no.
basically just pointing at
So,
the fact that, for the main fact that these guys were the
uh,
ones who put Nigeria in the
you
position
don't
they are
see
in today, it
until you
shouldn't be.
know. You see, if you want to cut everybody, what of Tinubu? Tinubu formed APC with Buhari and then told Obasanjo, we all saw it there, say, come and lead us tomorrow, and Tinubu is going for. I mean, people should. I don't see that. It's just what they call bad belly. By the way, Showore is gunning for. Let us put things in perspective. The job Sowore is gunning from P2B. Is employment. They're asking Nigerians to employ them. Now, put it this way. If you advertise for a job and you want to employ people, when they've shown their interest that they want the job, you interview them. And maybe during the interview, or you state, the job they are going is for executive job. That is to be on the executive, to head the executive branch of government. What you ask for an applicant is, where is your experience? What have you been? Have you done this type of thing before? If so, where? Because they will say we need a reference. They can consult or do a background check on you. Can Sowore show where he has been headed an executive branch of government, whether at the state level, federal level, or local government level? He hasn't. He's just a private individual who floated Sahara reporters, just like Ndoko Igbena floated This Day, just like Michael Ibru floated The Guardian, or Sam Amoka floated the maybe Vanguard. And they are doing their thing, using it to do whatever they want to do. Then tomorrow you now come out and tell me he is not the only student union leader. We were all students in Nigeria. We all did a lota continua in those days. So I don't see the experience he has got. Let him bring his experience of having headed an executive branch of government, whether at the local government level, at the state level, or federal level. He hasn't. And then people are just trumpeting, show what. You see, managing Sahara reporters, how has that helped to improve the educational standing of a community? Can it improve WAEC result of anywhere you are? How has that added to GDP? I mean, people should, let us be constructive in criticizing. I'm criticizing him based on he hasn't gotten experience. Even if he has been a senator is at the legislative end. That is, you are just a legislature. You are not going to the executive where you supervise budget, hire people, fire people. Then they judge you based on the people you hire and the result you are going to, or the problem you're able to solve. So Sowore to me, he just blabbing, making noise. Whenever it is P2B, then he will come up and say something. People should not overrate him. The thing is bring experience. P2B normally say, I haven't been president before, but I've been a governor, which is an executive branch of government at the state level. Go there and check what I did. EFCC is there. If you have petition, bring it out. Sowore cannot say the same thing. All he does is to prescribe for P2B who to visit, who not to visit. What right has he got to tell P2B who to visit? Are we not talking of fundamental human rights anymore? What right has he got to tell people, oh, you shouldn't visit these people, you shouldn't visit these people? By the way, does he know what the visit is all about? Does he know? No one of us know. So why is he making noise? And people are just overrating him. Sowore this, Sowore that. Look, I can't be led by the nose at all. If you want to criticize P2B, bring out your point so that we follow it, and not to just say maybe a market woman argument. P2B visited Obasanjo, and so what? Do you know what was discussed? You don't know. It doesn't. You don't. You don't. If not, you can't say you breathe in air. Fresh air is for everybody. What you judge a man is by what he does. You judge a man by his own record. What should bring your own record and show? P2B has been, even when P2B was governor of Anambra State, he visited Obasanjo. If you don't know, he knew IBB. They've met before, even when he was governor. So did it affect his stewardship of Anambra State? It did not. That's why when they're talking of corruption, he's visiting corrupt people, therefore he's corrupt, he's talking all those things. Show what it shows the thing, the guy is losing credibility. Anyway, he can talk to people who may not whose brain must have calcified, not people like me, because I can take him on. You don't just criticize people out of ill will, ill feeling. You don't like the person, then you start to prescribe, oh, you shouldn't visit this person, this type of people, you shouldn't visit them. Look, in the end, people will judge you by your records. What have you done? Let us see. Because you are going for a high office, it's employment, you are going to be paid. So, what are you going to do? Where have you done this type of thing before? All of us, if I'm to work for Niger Watch now and they advertise that they need people, they will ask me. The relevant question is, have you done this type of thing before? Can we see your whatever, whatever? If somebody brings in a better CV, of course, they will hire the person. I cannot just say because I'm blabbing, I want to be criticizing maybe Kachi for not dressing well, or he should. I saw Kachi in one type of Vietnam, then I will now use it as a. I mean, that is it. It doesn't earn you a job. It's only in Nigeria that people listen to such gossip, like Obasanjo will say, just bad belly. So to that extent, I don't think people should take Sowore seriously. You are campaigning to the
Okay.
president. Let him tell Nigerians what he want to do. Let 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 him bring out his own experience so that people will scrutinize it. Tell us, Sowore, you were University of Lagos. I left university on so year. Since then, I've been in America doing this. Just show us so that we can go and through it. Don't say go and verify. Let Sowore say something and say go and verify one day, like P2B is doing. Then after verifying, it might be rude. It will not say your experience is just of private sector. You've not been in the executive branch of government. P2B was chairman of banks as a private sector, just like Sowore can say he owns Sahara Reporters. Peter, Peter, Peter was also a trader doing one or two things before he made his money. But he left all those things and moved to the executive branch of government, headed it, performed with distinction, at least by Nigerian level. People rated him. So what is Sowore being jealous of? I hate to discuss. Look, we should not be discussing things like this in the platform because when somebody is jealous, you can easily know. Bring your superior record. Sowore, you want to be president. Tell us what you have done to merit to be in the executive branch of government. As simple as that. That's what we need.
Okay.
Then we
Thank
judge.
you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. CM, for that contribution. But then I'll have to correct something. Nigeria Watch is a platform. We talk about news, we talk about what is going on all around us. So we cannot exactly sideline a particular news or sideline a particular information just because people don't feel so good about that particular topic. So we're going to be talking about everything we come across, provided it doesn't go against the rules and guidelines of this platform. Thank you very much, Mr. CM, once again. Guys, do not forget to like and share this video, and please do not forget to subscribe if you're yet to do so. And guys, do not forget to use the dollar sign right on the comment section on your right hand side. Please do that. Support us with anything you can. Thank you so much, and God bless you as you do so. Mr. Tiyobala, good evening to you. Please, are you ready for me?
Madam Kachi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Mr. Tiyobala.
Okay. Thank you so much for the good work you guys are doing here.
Thank you.
First of all, let me start with the APC national chairman comment. He was just doing that just to defend himself and the position of their party, because uh, he was being surprised of the outcome when
Defend himself in what way? They were not attacking him. They were just
There are some
probably
question.
asking him a
There
question.
was a question they were about asking him. Some other thing that was popping up. He never wanted to go that route of answering so many questions. How come about the laws? How come about that? He was just trying to boycott that aspect of that election regarding with Oshun, because knowing fully well because of the issue. There are so many questions they asked me regarding the effect of Tinubu, because how Tinubu might likely work against him when if he eventually become the president, which is not going to happen in Nigeria though. So that is just it. It was just being artist smart, nothing more. No, it was just being artist smart. So with the other issue regarding the comment Omoyele Sowore made is sometimes is very bad as far as I'm concerned. Why I say it's very bad is because I'm expecting him to promote his own candidacy. Not that it's bad for him to attack opposition, but as in my own expectation, I'm expecting him to say more of himself to the public. Stop attacking the person of Peter B. And if you're even talking about opposition, Peter B is not in government. You know, he's not in government. He's trying to solicit support from different angle of the nation. And I've never even heard where a show where I've even attacked Tinubu. I don't know, stand to be corrected. I've never seen says is attacking the person of Tinubu. I don't know, but that just by the side, that is not important right now. Um, Peter Obi meeting Obasanjo, Ango Abdullahi, and Ibrahim Babangida, and many other notable people in the society. I think it's a welcome development. Meeting those people right now have given him leg to stand on the ground. Otherwise, APC and PDP would have just see him as somebody, not to reckon with. I don't know. With those people on ground, at least is now. Remember, these people we are even talking about, Obasanjo and all those other statements. In short, they are well-meaning Nigeria, despite the fact that they have done something in the past that might not be welcoming in society or one way or the other. We should not just find a way. At least we should not just throw them away. They are elders. Maybe they are looking for a way to correct their mistakes. They have done over the years. And besides, Obasanjo have come out openly, talk against Atiku. He never supported Tinubu. These are the people that have questionable character. For them to back the person of Peter Obi, it shows that they are on the path of making Nigeria great. Imagine if those people have not supported Peter Obi, they went ahead to support Atiku. What would you think would have happened now? Meaning those notable men are not with Peter Obi. So those people with Peter Obi, Afenifere are with Peter Obi, Arewa and many other people are with him. It shows that the people are really moving towards the better direction. So we should try to take note of all these things. It's very important. It's very important. And I really commend the previous speaker, Brother Nines, and you know the and other ones. The way they really talk about the issue is very okay, because you want to win an election. Despite the fact even winning an election, this person, Peter Obi, have outlined the way out is going to tackle the issue of corruption. You can't just be fighting everybody. That is the most part I'm even not happy with Sowore about. You want to arrest everybody in the society. If you start arresting everybody, definitely you are going to be having a very big problem in your government. You want to arrest Obasanjo, you want to arrest me, or you want to arrest this, you want to arrest that. That is not the way to govern. Like what our brother here just said, one of the way to even build a better society is to build an institution. You know, you as a president don't have the power to just start arresting individuals. We have democracy, we have the rule of law. And how are you going to achieve those things? To build institution. We have ESCC, for instance. If we have been able to build the ESCC, for instance, or ICPC, or whatever people who are in this department, they will be the one to go after all those people. You are not the one to start appointing people who to arrest, who not to arrest. Definitely, settlement will certainly come in. So, and Peter Obi have clearly stated it out. Not that he's not going to go after all these people, but he will not dedicate his time, say he want to fight corruption by going after the past. Meanwhile, the future is going to suffer. And if you even watch the interview of the vice presidential candidate of Peter Obi, he said something very, very important. How are you going to use a biometric system, database, and very other techniques to tackle all these issues? He mentioned building a database that can have a record of each and every one of us. Then, even if an average person want to pay tax in the market, he just want to dial a number. He wants to dial that number, automatically it will go to the appropriate pause or so, without having to pass through one or two individuals. Thereby, corruption will not set in. These are ways of fighting corruption. Fighting corruption does not mean you should go and be starting arresting everybody. That is the mistake Buhari make. Okay, fine. When Buhari came in, he was busy arresting some persons, different individual, but he was not building the system. He was not building the system. When people now find out that he was just using it to hunt opposition, what happened? Everybody, started stealing, even his own government. So we are looking for that candidate, that team of people, that can come together, build a system that will even fight whether you are in opposition or whether you are in government. That is the most important thing we should be talking about. That is the most important thing we should be talking about. And Peter Obi, in essence, have clearly laid out his plan regarding the issue of removing people out of poverty. Corruption is not just only in government, like those people who are in maybe executive. If you go to our educational system, go and see what lecturers are doing in class, because there is no system to monitor them. Go and see what people are doing in the judiciary, in the civil society, in the civil whatever. Why? There is no system to monitor them. But if we can come up with a system that work for each and work for everybody, definitely we should be happy. That is one of the way to tackle corruption, not just by arresting individual. That is why people are not gravitating towards Sowore. They become the whole Nigeria know very well that you cannot just be arresting. It's not going to be possible. So going towards this 2023 general election, that is the more reason I'm even happy with the result of the Osun State. I overheard people making some comment about Davido's and all that. At least if Labour Party in Osun State, for instance, have maybe been able to pull like 100 or 100,000, APC would have won that election. It would be a detriment to the people of Osun State, because APC would have hold that one, start telling the world that they are still in control. But thank God that PDP won that state. Now APC have lost their base. At least they have lost their base regarding that part. So that is the aspect we're even talking about. I saw some people coming out who are even obedient, who are voting Adeleke. I'm not saying the man is competent or not competent. Most important thing that they just want to show them that people are the one in charge. Why am I bringing this thing on board? Is that if you check, like people are also having this fear of ringing election in the north and all that. These are not just three, four horsemen or whatever. There are four people in the race. Whether people like it or not, Kwankwaso is on this race. He have a very strong base in the north, trying to build it across the south. Fine, I'm happy for that. PDP is also there in the north. Amen. Bola Tinubu is here in the south. Peter Obi is here in the south. Let's see how it goes. And finally, you see that the result is going to be transmitted electronically. Is what is be you cannot just go and start doing something in one location now. How are you going to do it? Then you now say there is the result. No, this is gradually changing day by day. So this election is going to be a different case entirely. That it will be a test of time that we are going to live to remember. And I want to urge every Nigerian. This election is not about Peter Obi. It's about the future of every one of us, because the way we are going in that society now, if we get it wrong come this 2023, may there hope everyone short, like I myself, I will lose hope for the society or for the country. You cannot expect to come and start coming on this platform, start championing a better Nigeria for what? Now
Okay.
is the time for us to get it. Now is the time for us to get it, based on what happened at Lekki toll gate, based on the corruption issue of one of the presidential candidates, based on drug law, based on his vice presidential candidate who has association with a criminal, with Boko Haram. Is the article we are talking about, who is not in Nigeria, that based in Dubai? So if you cannot get it right now, you will never get it right again, because APC will definitely present another candidate again in the next 4 years or wherever, or 8 years after they have
Okay.
finished destroying the country. Most importantly, we should fight for the right cause. Neglect all these comments coming from Sowore and all that, because he's not concentrating on his own campaign. He's busy, attacking one or two other. Well, it's welcome. It's democracy anyway. He can continue to do what he know how to do best. Most importantly, we have to focus on the goal. The goal is to rescue that country. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Tiyobala, for that. I really like that the goal is to save our beloved country, Nigeria. Guys, do not forget to like and share this broadcast. Please like and share. Thank you very much. Only on YouTube, I have more than 800 people watching us right now just on YouTube. And the likes are not encouraging. Please like and share this broadcast. And I can see some people making some nasty comments on the comment section. Please be informed that insult is totally prohibited on this platform. Make your suggestion, air your views, respectfully, without using nasty words or ugly names at people. Thank you very much, guys. Please, let's try as much as we can to abide by the rules and regulation by this platform. Thank you all so much as we do so. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Common Sense. Mr. Common Sense, please. Are you ready for me?
Yeah, I'm ready. Good evening, everybody. So, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. So, I want to add to the stuff that let me say the words that all these people on the panelists have talked about, and I want to add my own view. You understand? So, for the APC Shema, I don't know his name. I don't even want to know his name. I watched the video. I watched
Abdullahi
yeah.
Adamu.
I watched the Arise news when they were asking him about the results, and he was saying, "I'm not aware. I'm not aware." That is the same word that Buhari has been using since 8 years, 7 years now. So we are used to that. They are not aware. They are not always aware. So for that, I don't want to deliberate on that too much because we know these people and we know what they are doing. So that is his cup of tea. We don't even want him to be aware. This is how Obi will win and still will not be aware. So we don't want them to be aware because if they are aware, they might change some things. So they will remain like this. They will never be aware of anything. Yes, now they will never be aware till they leave government. So for sure, sure is somebody that I've liked. In the last election, I supported him though. I supported him because he was the only person that was like that was youthful and not that his idea was that good though, but there was no other option. One thing I want Nigeria to understand: we are not helping Obi. Obi is a billionaire. He lose or win this election, it's not going to add anything to him. And one thing I want to let Nigeria know: we don't. Nobody have to beg you or to tell you to support Obi. If you like, support your forefather. If you like, support your grandfather. Support anybody that you like. That is your own cup of tea. Because this country, if everything goes well tomorrow, it's going to be benefit to all of us, not just one person. So if it's bad tomorrow, the way it is now, and it gets worse, it's going to be worse to everybody. We are all adults. Anybody that is up to 18 that can vote already know difference between good and bad. Nobody has to preach to you. Nobody has to convince you. If you cannot see things with your eyes, you cannot yet listen very well to what somebody is telling you that he has done, and he wants you to verify, and you should check about it, and you are in one place saying, well, I don't trust this. I don't. My brother or my sister, remember that if power want to shift hand, it will not come from somebody that is outside the bus. God will choose person from inside the bus. Moses was choose because when he was in Egypt, he came out of Egypt, although he was Israelite. But when God wanted to use him, he have to put him inside the Egyptians. When he grew up, that was when he could bring his people out. So for people to think about somebody who just come, they should wait for an agent. Now God will bring an agent from somewhere, and the person will just come and will come and be our president. If God want to help Nigeria, he will bring somebody from the midst of these corrupt people, and he will bring somebody that we will trust. And Sowore can never be president for now. I'm not saying it cannot be in future, but for now, we all, let's be real to ourselves. He cannot be president for now because the hatred in that guy's heart, you can see it when he's even talking. When somebody has hatred in his heart,
Mr.
when
Common
he's
Sense, do you
talking,
think it's hatred or you think it's just
let me
politicking?
tell you something. There are a lot of people that have ruled Nigeria before that Sowore don't like. So if you give somebody like Sowore power today, it will lock a lot of people up, and that government will be a mess. He comments a lot about different how to do this one, how to lock this one up, how to do, as in that is not the way to govern. And secondly, for him to comment that Peter Obi is seeing this other statement, who is he going to see before? He should just stay his house, and no, Nigeria should just sit down now. These people that is benefiting from this corruption, they will hand over the government and they will give Nigeria in their hand. We don't need it again. We have to just stand up for ourselves. These people already, there are a lot of people, there are youths amongst them, there are intelligent people amongst them, there are a lot of people amongst them that is benefiting from this corruption. You can't just be sitting and think that power will come, we just change hand like that. You can't do that. It's not done anywhere. Somebody has to sacrifice, somebody has to come out for something to work. For people saying that he's doing this one, he's doing that one, that man has to do everything possible to get there.
After he has done everything possible to get there, then he will make his decisions. You don't just say you want to be president of a country that is filled with corrupt people. Not everybody. Some corrupt politicians, a lot of corrupt politicians that benefit from this system. This system that we are clamoring that is not good, it's not. There are a lot of people that is happy that is like this. And you think those people are millionaires? They are billionaires. They have money. They have connections. They have everything that we are talking, anything that you can talk about. These people are they know everything about Nigeria. So if you want to collect the power from there, you have to go with them. Because these people knows everything. We don't have to stay or stay anywhere or at your room shouting Obi Obi. We have to just try and fight for ourselves. Let's sanitize people about this Labour Party of a thing. I know this election is almost like 6 months away now, 7 months. But for me, seeing some adults saying, this one is my tribe, that's why I'm voting for this one. This one is my tribe. Me, I don't. It's before I'm trying to even convince person. You show this. What I call it, Obi will do this. Obi will do that. If you are an adult, you have to have sense. I don't have to give you. You have to know that this one is better than this. They don't have to tell you. And the worst part, this people that is even supporting other candidates. Okay, none of them will bring an interview out that will convince you to even support any of these candidates. All of them, apart from Obi. Sowore is busy talking about Obi. Even this Tinubu is talking about Obi. It's only article. I have not heard anything from him, apart from the people that he paid, all this Ron, Mockery and the rest that is paying to do the job for him. But for crying out loud, Nigeria never spoil rich. How now want me worst rich? Let's be real to ourselves. We shouldn't be Sowore talk that one. We don't already know the truth. Why would they see they want to deceive ourselves when we don't know say this country might be our own? Many of us when they talk about say we are 200 million, now lie, we are more than 200 million. The government don't even know how many we are. Who is happy? Which person is happy? If you have money, if you are even in Nigeria, you don't have peace. Let's be real to ourselves. For this one that we are, if you are supporting Sowore, support Sowore in peace. Just be there, support him. Tell people about him. Tell people that will make people support your candidate. Just go there. Stay with him. If you are with Tinubu, go with him. You understand? Not trying to let people ask people question. Why is Obi is seeing this one? Why Obi is seeing that one? Obi can't do this alone. He needs everybody, and it's a shame that at this age, 2022, we are still trying to know the difference between good and bad. It's not even painful. It's the worstest thing that can happen to any human being as in Nigeria. You know how many of us that is in captive in other countries? Do you know how many of Nigerians that is dying every day outside the country? Do you know how many Nigerians that is passing through a lot, even in Nigeria? A lot of people are dying. And is it because it hasn't happened to your family? That's why you are defending this one, you are saying this one, you are commenting on this one. Nobody will be happy if you lose somebody that is close to you. That country, everything has already turned upside down. Terrorists is everywhere. Why are we trying to defend something that will not even profit us? If Sowore go as a president today, it's not going to profit all Yoruba people. If Tinubu goes there today, it's going to profit just people that is close to him, not you that don't even know him. Tinubu don't even know if you are existing. There are cabals, there are people that is going to favor, not you outside the boss. And you are claiming because it's my brother. Who is your brother? Do you know your brother? It's so ashamed that it's so painful that we are still talking about it, we are still deliberating about it. Sometimes I don't even want to tell anybody about it, because if you cannot know between true and good and bad, you don't know between light and darkness, it's on your own. If anyhow Nigeria goes tomorrow, it's going to affect you. And that is where I want to stop, because it's getting annoying for people to just come up, or people trying to defend something that is that's not even right. We should be mindful of what we are saying. These politicians don't know us, and they are doing everything possible to make their family okay. And you are there clamoring for somebody that is just trying to use your future, your children's future, and your great-great-grandchildren's future just to play temporal. It's so sad. It's so sad. Thank you
Okay,
very much. That is all I want to
thank
say.
you, Mr. Common Sense. In fact, this name wey you put, common sense really fit wetin you talk this night. Thank you so much. Please, what's your name, sir? Mr. Common Sense, what's your name? Oh, we lost Mr. Common Sense already. Thank you so much for being here today, man. You hit the nail on the head. You made so much sense. Thank you so much. If we keep saying these things, I don't know why people still clamor for the same people that has kept us in captivity, the same people that has kept us in this position. You think, say, if anybody from your tribe win, does that automatically means that you're going to poverty is going to be eradicated from your life, or automatically your life will be very smooth? No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't just work that way. At this level, somebody go still dey try to convince you suffer no dey tire you, shey dem make you wey you come this life come suffer, your body na for suffer suffer. It's just very annoying sometimes when you just think about the whole thing. When you dey hear some adults dey talk sef, body go just dey pepper you, like you don't even want to believe that this kind of thing is coming out from the mouth of an adult. Telling you, it's just annoying. You guys give a round of applause for Mr. Common Sense. Thank you, Mr. Common Sense. I hope you come back. We lost you already. I hope you come back. Okay, guys. For every panelist that talk now, I'll be reminding you people to be liking this post, because as I dey beg una no wan help me, make una help me like this post now. Wetin happen? People should like this broadcast. You see that thumbs up that is just there, just click on it, bakam. You don't like the broadcast already, please like it. Thank you very, very, very much. We all know the right thing to do. Let's do it. Let's just do the right thing. We don't know the right thing to do. Let's do it. Why some people just want me one person come convince you, as if that person is going to benefit anything specially from convincing you. If the country better, not be me and you go enjoy her. If the country is a good place to be, we all will benefit. So why do you want somebody to keep convincing you to do what is right? Like, it's glaring. It's crystal clear. We dey see, all of us dey see this thing with our koro eyes. So why do you want to wait for somebody to come and be telling you what to do before you know what to do? Here. Oh, the matter just tire me. Oh, some people, they just like to suffer. Abi, you just like the person wey dey make you to suffer, because I don't understand. Urgent 2k no go do am this time around though. Urgent 2k will not do it. You na kukuma know the situation of the country. The naira no kuku get value. So even if they give you urgent 10k, now urgent 10k no fit do anything. So let's vote wisely. Let's use our head. Make everybody they use their HQ, because I don't understand the game. Anyways, we're going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan, please, are you ready for me?
Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. Hello, all the listeners all over Nigeria and all over the world. Thank you, Niger Watch, for your efforts. I want to say, where will I start from?
Have you been
Um,
following
I
the
see,
show?
I see that people have been castigating Sowore for his criticism over Peter Obi for going to see Babangida. I think it's not, you know, fair enough. It's not really fair to be castigating him that way, because one, this is election. You can say election is like no holds barred. You can say anything to your opponent, anything you can bring up. However, for me, I felt disappointed when I saw that photo of and that Peter Obi went to see Babangida. The question I asked myself: did you go to see Babangida you know to get directives from him or to get support? And then if that is the case, if he now becomes a president, which I hope and pray he will be, then how is he going to people like, because in an ideal society, of course, Nigeria is a fake society. That is why many things, happen the way they are. But in an ideal society, Somebody like Babangida should have been cooling off in jail for many years. Okay? All these past criminals, they should have been cooling off after confiscating everything they have stolen from Nigeria. They and their family should have been cooling off in jail, if not executed. Okay? I remember Nigeria still have execution. They still have this policy of executing, like criminals, deadly criminals or whatever, if they are found guilty, right? Now, all those people that they have executed in the time past, maybe that goes to steal and or kill or murder people and they're executed, those people, these past leaders in Nigeria, including both, whether they are governors, whether they are chairman and local government chairman, whether they are ministers, whatever they are, do you know those Nigerian politicians are worse than those criminals that have been executed by firing squad in Nigeria? It sounds so harsh, but that is the truth. Except you are somebody who overlook evil because you are waiting for your own turn to go into Nigeria politics and begin to steal like the previous one, because that's what happened. Many people are simply waiting for their turn. And many people who are supporting all these evil things, it's either their parents, either their relatives, it's either they are gaining either directly or indirectly from the rotten system, from the polluted system. And so they cannot, they can always give a pass to the criminals that have put us in the position that we are today. This is it in Malawi, the president of Malawi. Everybody should go and look up on it. This guy have been dealing with his cabinet, even close cabinet that have been found wanting, both the past and the present. Okay, fighting.
Mr. Jordan, can I ask you a question, please?
Go ahead.
Okay, since you are, I'm trying to actually follow what you're saying, right? So, are you saying that it is wrong, or do you see anything wrong in Peter Obi going to visit IBB, Olusegun Obasanjo and co? Do you see anything wrong in him going to do that? And do you think that this is because these people are his godfathers, like Sowore rightly said? And do you also think that because of this singular act, Peter Obi cannot be trusted?
Well, if you ask me, it makes his credibility and his integrity doubt. It makes people put it to doubt, because if you can go and because you want to gain power, and then you are going to thieves, you are going to especially the worst criminals in Nigeria, you are going to gather their support. Then I don't know what credibility you can tell me that somebody
Okay,
has.
so do you think Peter Obi can be able? Do you think he has the what's the word not to use? Do you think it's possible for him to win the elections alone without the support of the past leaders and without the support of prominent people in the country?
Okay, let me ask you a question, or let me respond to that question. What is those past leaders, those past criminals, what are they going to do to him? How many votes do those past criminals have? Remember also, remember the implication of this is this. Those past criminals, they all already have their own agents in all over the parastatals, in all over the major offices, major places in Nigeria that are protecting their interests in every subsequent government that comes. So, and those people are already planted there that will protect their interests, that will make sure all that they have stolen from Nigeria is protected, and that if there's any new avenue that they can still steal, they will still continue to steal. That is why they have all their agents, including Babangida. It's like we don't even, when we listen, most of us will soon forget, some of these top officials in Nigeria that have come out to let us know about what has been happening in Nigeria, what the role many past and present politicians and military generals and so on have been playing in Nigeria. These people have their agents all over. When somebody now goes to meet them, what do you think? What kind of discussion do you think is going to happen in that meeting? Okay, whatever they are discussing with that person is to enable that person to be able to win and then protect their interests so that they'll continue to shield them. Okay? Honestly, Nigeria, we are not ready yet to have a good governance, because you can't have a good governance and Nigeria moves forward when all these past criminals are not tried. You can't have it. There's no way it can happen. If you like, go and mark my
Is
word.
it Peter Obi that will try them?
Okay.
How do
Peter,
is it Peter Obi that will try them? It's not
okay,
yet in
who
power.
have been trying people they have been trying in Nigeria? The people that currently, since the Buhari administration, who have been trying people? Who have been releasing terrorists and then and arresting and criminalizing people asking for self-agitation? Who has been doing that? Are we not going to tell Peter Obi, oh, because you are coming here, you can't do any of those ones? But right in our faces, we see the criminality, the impunity that Buhari administration has been engaged in for the past 7 years, criminalizing innocent people and then releasing terrorists, releasing them and giving them position and financing them and sponsoring them and giving them, in fact, giving them succor. And we are all saying it. And now we are now saying, okay, Peter Obi have to go and be liaison. I don't know. It's like we don't even know what we want. Honestly, we don't know what we want. Donald Trump today is still being tried in America. Donald Trump today is still being tried. And if care is not taken, he's going to go to jail. But if it's to be in Nigeria, then everybody will say, oh, forget about Donald Trump and forget about bypass. Come on now. And all of us will be running to abroad to see where things are made. People made those things because they have laws. They don't allow criminals like Babangida and Obasanjo and all those past governors and present governors like Tinubu to run around the street and continue to pollute the environment. If you don't try them, they already have their agent, like I said. They will continue to pollute. They will continue to frustrate the person that is coming. That is, they will frustrate you and make sure things will never happen except you continue to dance to their tune. And if you now decide to continue to dance to their tune, then Nigeria will remain the way it is. In fact, Nigeria will continue to get worse.
Okay, Mr.
Okay?
Julian, are you saying that Peter Obi visiting these people kind of has a dent on his credibility?
Of course. Personally, it make me want to think otherwise of his integrity. Because you can't tell me you're a man of integrity and then you're going to, but they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you whom you are. Okay? These people, how many votes do they have? The youth in Nigeria, God have raised the youth. People should remember one thing. Obi, the movement that we have now has nothing to do with Obi. God just mobilized that is in charge of that movement. Obi happens to be lucky that God has brought him in such a time as this to utilize the opportunity that God has. It's like God has.
Can I ask a question?
I've heard about the cry of my people, and I want to send somebody to go and help them.
Hello, sir. Can I ask you a question?
Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
Mr.
Yes.
Diebola, please, you ask him, let him finish making the submission.
Okay. Continue,
I keep being interrupted and I continue to lose my train of thought. Now, all of you were talking and I didn't ask questions. But the point I'm making is this. If Nigeria is really ready to move ahead and begin to put things in place, honestly, all these past criminals has to be tried. And that is why you have Department of Justice, okay? Department of Justice is responsible to, trying anybody that have offended the state or the country, okay? And the president has a right to delegate the Department of Justice to investigate all these past criminals. He has the right, okay? He has the right. And even if he decides to even take laws into his hand and become a dictator for the purpose of cleaning Nigeria, because as far as I'm concerned, Nigeria cannot move forward if all these past criminals continue to live themselves and their families. There's no way Nigeria will move forward. If you like, try from here to Jericho. From even till 20 years to come, Nigeria can never move forward. Corruption will still continue to pervade our political sphere, our day-to-day life. Okay? Until you try all these past criminals. Look at what is happening in our universities today. People do no longer study because lecturers are frustrating kids from studying. They are collecting bribe. Some of them are using, asking guests to come and sleep with them before they will give them their grade. And then these are happening under the watch of vice chancellors. There are so many corruption that, in fact, Nigeria is like, of course, no wonder it's the #1 country in corruption in the world. And then we come here and be supporting this evil and say we should forget about those past criminals, forget about them, move forward. Are you kidding me? Look at Africa here, a president today trying many of his cabinet and pass. If you are found to have been stolen, he will collect the money that you have stolen, and then he will be jailed. He's not doing it to pursue his political opponent. No, he is doing it because he wants his country to move forward. He wants his country to be sanitized. That is the only way you can sanitize Nigeria. Okay, Bible said, because iniquity is not recompensated, therefore the people have set their mind to committing evil. That is what Nigeria has become. Because they don't try evil people, then anybody that comes, they think they have made politics the richest, in fact, the most richest enterprise in the world, Nigerian politics. Just go in there, just a few months, you become multi-billionaire. And then people will come here and say, it doesn't matter, don't try them. Come on now, Babangida in an ideal society, Babangida is supposed to have been cooling off in jail for many years. Obasanjo is supposed to be cooling off in jail for many years. All these past governors, ministers, senators, local government chairmen, that when they give them their allocation, they gather together with the councillors, they share the money, and everybody disperses and wait again for the next month. And then when they get their allocation, they gather again and share the money and disperse. And then you people tell me Nigeria will move forward with this kind of, corruption that have embedded in the lives of those that are supposed to serve us. Come on now, you are joking. I'm telling you, Nigerians are joking. Until you begin to require your leaders to institute, that is, to begin to try anybody that is found guilty of stealing Nigerian money, no matter how much, that person and the family should be not only after confiscating everything they have stolen in Nigeria, every property and everything, they should be meant to pay for it. They should be sent to jail. Not just them, their families, because their families are part of the people who are beneficiaries of all those things that they are stolen. Look at Tinubu's son telling Nigerians to shut up. Why must they be telling the father to criticize him about Muslim pig? Just imagine that kind of impunity. Telling Nigerians to shut up. He said that you shut up, you put up with it, or you shut up. Look at that impunity. Why? Because he can say that because we're in a country that does not try impunity. We're in a country that gives a free pass to criminals. And then we now begin to criminalize innocent people. These same people that are saying all this, the former politicians should be forgiven and let them go. If they are passing on the street now, somebody is caught. Maybe they say that person went to a shop and stole 500 naira or a bottle of Coke. These same people will say, crucify him. They will not say, oh, leave him. Oh, he's just hungry. That is why he stole. No. All of you will say, crucify him. Oh, why did you steal? But look at Nigeria is a joke. I'm so pained. I'm so pained. How people support evil in that country called Nigeria. Nigeria is going nowhere. As long as we continue to shield all these criminals, as long as we continue to shield them and protect them and their families, we are going nowhere. Go and write it down. We are going nowhere.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Juden. Mr. Tiobala, you were going to ask a question.
Yeah, sorry. I think I'm no longer going to ask him. I just want to throw light to some points we are raising here.
That's fine.
Yeah. We are talking about blaming Obasanjo, blaming all those people. If you people know the role those people play for the stage we are right now, remember they wanted to frustrate the person of Peter Obi when he was meeting Kwankwaso for VP. At the end of the day, they wanted to frustrate Peter Obi. It was these same men that came up with an idea. They not get Baba Ahmed Dati. These same men that came together, put that force into play. Otherwise, you and I will be talking today.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I'm here now. I've not said anything.
whatever these people are doing, they are still fighting for their self-interest, to protect their self-interest. So let us not be deceived. Whatever they are doing it in order to fight for their, to protect their self-interest, so that whoever that comes in there will now recognize and say, okay, I did X, Y, and Z,
Of
and
course.
in making you get there. Okay, and that person will now, if he's somebody that is not like Sowore or not like me, he will now begin to, okay, forgive them, and then allow them to continue to shield all that they have stolen from Nigeria, and then he will not do anything to try them and collect all our common goods that they have stolen. Imagine which country in the world, let us answer ourselves a question, which country in the world that individuals will be sharing allocating the national resources to themselves. We have oil wells in Nigeria. These oil wells are allocated to individual politicians. You see this one has this oil well, you see this one has this oil well that are supposed to be for you and I. And we all kept quiet. And we say it's okay. Hi, Jesus. God help Nigeria.
Can I come in
Okay.
here, please?
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. Thank you for that contribution.
Please, can I say something about this, please?
Who is speaking?
Chooks.
Okay, Mr. Chooks, we still have people who are yet to say anything. Please be brief.
Okay. Thank you, last speaker. Yeah, each and every one of us is worried about the same thing you're saying. But one thing we all should realize is this. You don't expect to go to fight and come out with a clean cloth. For you to get there, you need to get there first. For you to be able to do anything, you need power. And in whichever situation you have to grab that power. The difference this time is that the people will ever be behind whoever we elected. If he refuses to do so, we will speak. I've said it earlier. If he refuses to do so, I believe the masses will talk. That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Chooks, thank you very much for that addition to what Mr. Jordan already said. I, for one, believe that there is time for everything. Okay, guys, let's move to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Akim. Mr. Akim.
How about me now?
Mr. Two Ninja, we passed you already. I kept calling you and you were not available. So after the last two people speak, I'm going to come straight to you. So sorry about that. Mr. Akim, please.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Kashi. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Please go ahead and make your contribution.
Thank you very much. I just want to say good evening to everyone on the panel session, and good evening to our brothers and sisters on the comment session, and greetings to all the viewers out there. I've listened to everybody. For me, in my own way of seeing things, and I've always said this on this platform, right? I don't have issue with Obi going to see Babangida or getting endorsement from Obasanjo. In terms of the Nigerian political setup, I'm putting it in that form now. In terms of how politics is in Nigeria, I don't have problem with him making those moves. Because politics is about numbers, and wherever you can get support from and network base, it's something you should always work and strive towards. But my own major problem is about the Obi supporters. So this is where I always say something in contrary to a lot of people who support Peter Obi, is that when you come on a show or a debate platform and you say, oh, Atiku is a thief, Tinubu is a thief, that one is a thief, and then the same person who you're supporting is rubbing mind with these people who you are calling a thief. Do you not see that it makes it difficult for you? So this is why I said it last time. I said, if you are an Obi supporter, even me, sometimes I even defend Obi better than the supporters on different platforms. If you are an Obi supporter, just stick to the things that he did well while he was governor. Stick to those things that gives him credibility. But when you start trying to condemn other people in your plight to support Obi, what you do is that when Obi makes such move like going to see somebody like Babangida and getting endorsement from somebody like Obasanjo, or when you said Atiku is his role model, then it makes you lose your own personal credibility as well. So for me, as a person, I hope people learn from this. I understand that politicians will be politicians. These people, they know themselves. All of us, we are just here talking back and forth, but these people they know themselves very well. They are the idea that we will call this one. I don't do it. I don't try to call people thief, because there's a say that when someone has not been convicted by any court of law, who am I to then turn around and say, "No, this person is a thief"? What? I understand that in our political system, we see these people as evil, which by right we have the right to see them in that way because of the way they've run the country around. But when we want to make our own, create a movement for ourselves, like the way people are doing now, it is also important that we understand that you have to seek support from every angle. So, but it will come to a point whereby those people you call thieves, you will not need to work with them. So, what will you do then? Look at what my brother is saying now. He said he's made Obi lose credibility. In my opinion, I don't think that will make him lose credibility for going to seek support from people like IBB. Even though I think I stand with him, I stand with what he said about IBB, because IBB, for one, does not have any political support, political base. But one thing you need to understand about people like IBB and Babangida, and IBB and Obasanjo, is that these are the cabals that are within the structure of Nigerian government. There's people, you will look at them like some old people who are going to die in the next 2 seconds, but they have so much power, not just in Nigeria, but within the international community. Somebody like Obasanjo, he can pick up a phone and ring Washington right now as we speak, and they will listen to him. You remember last election when Atiku could not travel? It was Obasanjo that put things in place that made Atiku to be able to go back to America for a visit. So these people have their own advantage when it comes to political system in Nigeria. But people who are supporting Obi, please, guys, please stick to his records in Anambra. Stick to the things that he's good at. Stick to all of those things. Stop calling other people criminals. Stop calling other people thief. Because when you do that, you will see these moves will happen, and then you make you look stupid. Thank you very much, my brother, my sister.
All right, Mr. Akim, thank you very much for that submission. But let's call it spade a spade. These people have totally run the country down, right? So nobody is naive. Nobody is blind to the fact of what is happening in the country. We all see these things. We know exactly what is happening. When people make such statements, everybody's just talking from a place of anger because Naija, the matter they give person headache, honestly, and especially when you see how they're living a very lavish lifestyle. You see the kind of things that they do. You see how they travel around the world and do all of these things. You sometimes you cannot just help it. Emotions will just come to play. So that is just it.
Please,
I'm
can I
gonna
say
go,
one, please, if you don't mind?
Mr. Jordan, please make it quick. Thank you.
Okay, okay, please. Is it Showore's issue? It's not that of anger for any personal issue with anybody. Showore's issue is born out of the fact that he has lived in an advanced world. He sees how things work, and he sees the effort every leader in that place where he has lived does their thing, how they try to make life easier for their citizens, no matter how bad they are, but they continue to move things forward, they continue to move the ball forward towards the goal mouth. That is what informed him of his anger, just like me too. Okay? He is not particularly angry for any particular self-interest, but because of Nigeria is a country that has been blessed with so much resources, immense resources, that if we have had good leaders to put those resources together, I bet you Nigeria will have any reason to say you want to go any part of the world to work. In fact, people will be coming to Nigeria to work, to look for job and look for better opportunities. But because we have evil leaders, and that is what makes him angry. Okay? And Sowore is one person that, if Sowore had been a president 4 years ago, trust me, Nigeria, we would have been inching closer to getting out of third world country to becoming part of the world players, because I believed him when he came out. Not only that I spent a lot in his campaign, though he don't know this, but I was even campaigning and asking my friends, soliciting funds from my friends who are not even Nigeria, and they were donating money in GoFundMe, his platform, because I believed in him. It's just that this time Peter Obi has almost the same ideology with me, because he doesn't believe in all these evil things and corruption and stuff like that. But if he doesn't have that power to fight corruption and bring to book all these past criminals, then Nigeria is going nowhere. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jordan, for that addition to your submission. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Omori. Mr. Omori, please, good evening to you. Are you ready for me?
Yeah. Good evening, Kachi. Good evening, my fellow panelists. And good evening to our esteemed viewers all over the world. We are the most important part of this show. We are all important, but our viewers are so much important to us because they are the reason we come here every day. It will be tantamount to insanity when we come here to talk to ourselves without somebody listening to us. Having said that, I just want to throw a word of caution to everybody. You know, this is a democracy. We have those for, we have those against. I think that's what makes democracy a beautiful game. It's a beauty of democracy. And I think we should also devote much of our effort trying to move more people to the movement, to dislodge our common enemy, our oppressors. Then if we want to come here every day and talk of what people will say about Obi, I think we'll be missing the point and we'll be losing a lot of ground. I'm not saying it's not important, this is an election era. A lot of things will come. Like I said the other day, I said, don't be surprised. A 10-year-old girl will come from nowhere and say she has been impregnated by Obi, when Obi has not even set his eyes on her. So, Sowore has his own right. If you look at it, look at the pros and cons of what he said. To some people, he might be wrong. To some people, he might be right. To Sowore who is saying it, he's an adult. He's entitled to his opinion. And again, if we continue to say, Bill is not perfect. I am not perfect. You are not perfect. Nobody is perfect. There is no perfection in humanity. So each time somebody sees something negative about Obi and we want to bring the roof down, it doesn't, in my own opinion, it's not the best. He's a human being. He has been with PDP. People want to tell you, if you are saying why associated with PDP, a lot of things will come up. But what should be uppermost in our mind is how to move this movement. I call it the people's movement. How to overcome this our common enemy. I always say there are two tribes in Nigeria, only two tribes. But when they tell you about Hausa, Fulani, those are not our problem. Igbo, Yoruba, these are not the problem we have. The two tribes, the major problem we have is the elite. The tribe of the rich and the tribe of the poor. So we should be on the same page. Obi and Sowore has a lot in common. People don't even see from that angle. They have a lot of things in common. If there's anybody that has made sacrifice for that country, I want to tell you from my own opinion, from what I have known of Sowore, 95% of politicians around have not been able to make half of what Sowore has done, sacrifice he has made. Emma has been there in incarceration, in oppression, have been subjugated, battered and shattered for the past 3-4 years now. He doesn't even know when he's going to see his family. I think that is the highest of the sacrifice anybody can make. But he has his own approach. If you look at revolution all over the world, somebody, somebody that is a hero to you, to another person is a terrorist. Somebody came here just now and called Babangida, sorry to say, a statesman. Are you kidding me? Statesman, an enemy of democracy, a greatest enemy of democracy. Babangida contributed where we find ourselves today. June 12, if we had allowed June 12 to stay, by now we'll have been somewhere, maybe not in paradise, but we'll have been somewhere. Somebody that allowed people to organize the election and they came back through the back door and canceled the same election. My brother, you call somebody like Babangida a statesman? To most of what Babangida is nobody but a demagogue. What is a statement to you is a demagogue to another person. Who is a hero to you could be a terrorist to another person. If you look at the history of revolution all over the world, some people see Nelson Mandela as a hero. But can I tell you what he did to actualize what he got? Nelson Mandela will go underground during the day. He will come out at night and attack government institutions. That was the only way he could get their attention. At the end of the day, he got it. But when he was finally, he was jailed. When he was finally released, instead of paying them when he had the opportunity to deal with them back, he said, no, darkness cannot drive away darkness, only light can. That was his own approach. We are wired differently. Go to America. Martin Luther King said he adopted the peaceful approach. This is the only way. We cannot continue to kill them when they are killing us. Darkness cannot drive away darkness, only light does. Only light can. Malcolm X was of the view that no, we cannot be killing our people and we're looking at them, you praising them. It took for that. That was his own approach. But in all, they had one thing in common: freedom, liberation of our people who are oppressed. So we should focus our time on things that matter, things that will promote the movement. I mean, some people will see when people were going to. Some people even went as far as calling people like Dele Momodu, Fonika Yode and co. They have a special name for these old past criminals. They call them owners of Nigeria. Are you kidding me? Are they owners of Nigeria because of what they are stealing from us? They have mortgaged our commonwealth. They have stolen enough that we will not feel they are untouchable. So if you see some people getting closer to them, you become uncomfortable. You feel they are tools. They are going to be agents in their hands. So when they air his opinion, seeing Obi romancing with Babangida and he was just expressing his opinion. He's not far from the truth, but then in politics, Obi needs everybody. They say a fraction is an indispensable part of a whole. So Obi needs them to gather one or two support. Obi knows what they can do. Even some people going, like when Obi went to UK before coming to the camp from PDP, a lot of my friends were telling me, are you sure this guy is not a traditional community? But he came back to say, no, he went there for a different program. People making some suspicion, they have their own reasons. Each time America, you know how many countries in Africa being ruled, by proxy? Do you know how many African leaders that met well for the people that have been killed by these so-called international communities? Do you know the resources in Africa, how they have been plundered by international communities? So each time you see a puppet going to them to seek support, people have every reason to ask questions. Are you sure if this guy is given an opportunity, it's not going to be a stooge? It's not going to be in government to protect the interests of this cabal? People we ask questions, but that does not. It's not enough for us to derail us from the main focus, which is redeeming liberating our country first. So we ask good things. Somebody come here. What has it done? What has it done? He has only Sahara reporters. It doesn't matter. You cannot take anything away from him. You might not like the person on Sowore, but he has the courage to say truth to power, to speak truth to power. Somebody was saying, do you know how this thing we have at the public domain today? The Potomac mansion belonging to Atiku. Somebody was even saying, we are all entitled to opinions, though. Time will not permit me to go into certain details. He's not attacking Atiku. He's not attacking Tinubu. He does that every day. Even this morning, Sowore has attacked Tinubu. That is his own style. He's an activist. He's not just a regular politician. That is his own approach. So we don't, we could be going to one destination, but there are different approaches to getting to that same destination. The interview Sowore Sahara report has granted Atiku was what led to the ban of Atiku in America. He was lucky he escaped that. As soon as Sowore was done with interview at this Potomac mansion in Maryland to reveal certain bony issues about what much Atiku has stolen, the FBI went out after Atiku, and Atiku ran. He escaped from America. Since then, he has not been able to go to America until recently, where they were trying to make a political arrangement through Obasanjo to allow him, pretend as if the case was over. It was never over. He can't go back there because of what Sowore did. Most of the revelation we have about these criminals, called politicians in Nigeria, they were revealed by Sowore. What the mainstream media cannot do is what the gentleman has taken his risk doing for Nigeria. He did it at the point, he left. He came back again. He's with them there. A lot of us talking here cannot do half of what Sowore is doing to liberate Nigeria. To come here and say, to castigate Sowore that he has not done enough. What has he done? What experience has he? What have you benefited from those that have experience? What have you benefited from the experience of Babangida? What have you benefited from the experience of Obasanjo? What have you benefited from the experience of Guzdo? What have you benefited from the experience of Atiku Abubakar? What have you benefited from the experience of Siwaju Tinubu, apart from corruption and assassination? For somebody to just come here and I mean, let's not. Well, this is not an opportunity. It's not the right time to castigate and bring us down. My greatest wish is to see everybody that mean well for Nigeria coming together to work together as a team for the common goal. I just wait. I talk to Sowore every day. I use people that are close to him. He mean well for Nigeria. He's ready to pay the price. My greatest wish is to see Obi and Sowore working together as a team. Don't come here to say he is entitled to his opinion. And it's not what he's saying is not far from what he's, that is how he feels. A lot of us would not be comfortable. So a killer of democracy, when the likes of, before the Obi went to Niger State, when the likes of, one of the other people were going to Mina to seek IBB's blessing, we castigated them on this platform. They cannot be more Nigerians than any other person. The only difference between you and IBB is the opportunity he has had to steal from Nigeria. The only opportunity between you and Obasanjo is the opportunity they have had to steal so much from Nigeria that they're now becoming owners of Nigeria. Nigeria should not be more, should belong to some people more than all the other. We're all Nigerians. So some people are not comfortable with them. Even when Obi came from Britain, a lot of people were like, "Oh, are you saying this guy is not sent from Britain to?" I don't even care who is supporting Obi right now. We want our freedom back, first of all. So we can begin to hold them accountable for what they are doing, for the evil they have done to Nigeria. So Obi came out one day to say, "I'm not going to probe any past leader." So some people, they will applaud that. Maybe he's taking support. But some other people supporting him, they will not be comfortable with that. If you say you're not going to help them, they will see you as part of the cabal. So whether is bold enough to say whether you vote for me or not, I don't care. I will send them to where they belong. In a standard environment, Babangida will not be at home for now, walking tall on the street. A criminal, an enemy of democracy, trying to give a blessing to democracy. If Babangida was on the side of the people, he will not cancel, he will not annul June 12. Almost died during June 12, revalidation struggle. He killed a lot of people, they don't care. While he was leaving office, he planted Abacha behind. What are we talking about? We want to shy away from the truth because we want to support Obi. Is that how we're going to behave when Obi is there? I'm not against supporting Obi. I'm not against supporting the People's Movement. But then, we should not allow our support for an individual, a particular candidate, to declare our sense of judgment and reasoning. Thank you very much. I'll stop with this so that I don't offend so many people.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Omori. But then again, need I remind every one of us that Nigeria Watch platform is a platform for all. Everybody has the right to air their views concerning the topic. It's democracy. People can say what they want to say without having to, without having to call anybody ugly names or talk down on anybody. So people can actually come here and say what they want to say. But our wish, if wishes were us, is everybody will ride, right? If only Peter Obi and Omoyele Sowore can come together and do something. But with the way things are going, I really doubt that is going to be possible. But then again, everybody has right to come here, air their views concerning any topic we'll bring forward for us to discuss. Thank you so much, Mr. Omori. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Andrew. Mr. Andrew, after you, please, is Mr. Tunaija.
Okay.
Okay, yes, Mr. CM, you wanted to ask a question.
Yes,
Please
yes.
go ahead.
I wanted to make something clear because I know I said something about Sowore. That's what they call criticisms. That's what they call constructive criticisms. Constructive criticisms makes you better because you see reason why the criticisms? Why I don't take Sowore seriously is because his criticisms are never constructive. Somebody can easily say it's due to bad belly, or maybe like Obasanjo will say. Peter Obi went to Egypt and he explained the reason. He took somebody, I think either the deputy high commissioner in British High Commission, either in Abuja or Lagos, or somebody of that caliber, to reply to Showore's tweet, say, is there anything wrong in you are operating a system, you are not getting the outcome you expect. Now you go to somebody who is doing it better to go and ask the person, what really have you been doing that we don't getting better? Is there anything bad in it? Now Showore criticized that, say he's just going to learn all this. There's not that is criticism. It is his right to criticize. I don't take it away from him. But in trying to help your case, because there are criticisms you will bring out, some intelligent people will look at it and then find out that you are even losing credibility. But if you criticize constructively, people will even, I mean, it will be a credit to you. People will say, yes, this is what we want. Than for you to criticize just for the mere fact that you want to be on the headline or to bring the person down.
Okay.
So
All
to
right.
raise criticisms has always been, to me, it's not constructive. I let him criticize, but let it be constructive so that we
CM,
will learn from it. That's all.
CM, he just want to divide the big people. That's just all. He has succeeded in doing it. Thank you.
We are not divided. We are united. United we stand.
Exactly.
But
I
that does
want
not remove
I
anything from
want to
calling
learn from Showore.
IBB a dictator, an enemy
Let
of
him
democracy.
let him criticize constructively. I want to learn because it makes me. I want to know the when you criticize constructively, people will say, okay, yes, which means we're a good watchdog. And not for you that anybody makes this, you talk. And when you look at it, there's
Okay.
no merit in it. That's why
All
people are
right.
not getting.
Thank you, Mr. CM. I think we understand now. Mr. Andrew, please, are you ready for me?
Yes, I'm ready.
Good evening to you.
Good evening to our panelists and good evening to viewers at home and abroad and those in Antarctica listening to us. I'm going to focus on the present. Okay. The present is 2023 election. I'm going to ask the panelists to put this at the back of their mind that if we take P2B out of the equation, who will be voting for? Well, who will we want to vote for among the candidates? Now, in respect to him going to see Babangida, I'm not going to stand here and defend him or condemn him. I believe he have his rationale behind it. And I believe at some point he's going to explain why he went to visit Babangida. And we should give him that benefit of doubt rather than condemning him. He's going to be president of all. We should never forget that. If he becomes president, he's going to be the president of the good and the evil people. And I believe he's going to act decisively. And I keep saying, if I put myself in the position of wanting to be a president in a corrupt nation, I can guarantee you I'm not going to tell anybody that I am going to prosecute those who have made the country to be the way it is. Because in doing so, I'm playing my card out to hell. And if we all recognize how the power these people have to frustrate, we voting, we have this courage, this hope, but we're also relying on God to give us that victory at the end of the day. But we must not deny or be under that illusion that the so-called cabal that we talk about don't have power. They're powerful. So when you start issuing some certain threat out, I will prosecute this, I will jail this person, I will this and that, I will do this and that. You think they're just going to sit down and just say, okay, this man is coming to jail us. What do? We just sit down and fold our hands and allow him to become president? Let's be realistic. Now, if we are also in Peter Obi's shoe, some of us will go visit Babangida. It's easier for us to sit down here and criticize. It's easier for us to see that Jesus Christ was criticized for going to eat with sinners. Now, someone said going to see Babangida affect his credibility. No, never. Peter Obi have a lot at stake to lose. It takes a lot to to lose one's credibility, just mere going to see Babangida. I don't know why. Like I said, I'm not going to defend or condemn him on that. But I believe he's a man who always explains his actions afterwards. And he knows that the movement at hand is for the people. It's not for him. I mean, he left it, PDP. That's credibility. That's credit to him. He refused to be Kwankwaso vice president. That's credit to him. I keep saying this, that what exactly do we want? If we want P2B, let's focus on it. I'm not saying we're not going to discuss any other issue, but rather than allowing all the sentiment and this thing to come in, let's continue to highlight it. And let's also pray that when the man gets there, he will not change his heart. He will do as is, because as things stands now, he is still the better candidate. Whether I go and see Babangida or he go and see, in fact, him going to see Babangida is far better than the comments Tinubu made, that we will labor in vain. May their labor be in vain. And most people don't consider that statement to be, Nigerians will say that is a cost you are costing Nigerians, regardless of people being excited. Because every one of us identify with labor. What we are doing here is laboring. What Kachi is doing, she's being paid, is laboring. So if somebody not tell Kachi, oh, may your labor be in vain, I believe she's going to remove me from this platform immediately if I don't retract that statement and apologize. So let's focus on what is needful. What is needful is somebody who is credible, which we've seen in the person of Peter Obi. And let us push that. Because as things stands, if we take him out of the equation, is it Atiku? Is it Tinubu? Is it Kwakwanso? Who do we want to put there? Let's have this at the back of our mind. Who do we want to put there? So when we come here, let's discuss in a way whereby we keep pushing him forward. Oh, he went to see Babangida, that means his credibility is gone out of the window. Nah. Yes, I agree with one of the guys said, show me who your friends is and I'll tell you who you are. But Babangida is not his friend. Babangida is not his friend. That's just the truth of the matter. It's a political calculation. Hopefully, we should pray that it works at the end of the day, because he needs all the support he will get. Now, the crowd there are supporting him. At the same time, he also needs. Well, I can't defend him, and I will not condemn him. Now, it's not going to be right for me to do that. Now, in respect to Sowore, let's also understand that I believe it's in the ticket. I don't know if it's in the ticket of the presidential candidate, but we should ask ourselves this question. While we recognize, I recognize what the other speakers have said, that he sacrificed a lot in being activities, he's been in prison, he's been that. Oh, well and good. That is recognized. But in present time now, if actually that man, I repeat for the record, you can play this tape back. If he want the good of the nation, it's not time for him criticizing Peter Obi. I say that with due respect, and if you call me tomorrow, I'll still say the same thing. He's bitter, I understand, because he's not the center of attention, because he has sacrificed a lot, because he has been in prison, because people have raised money, and he's not the center of attention, and that can be annoying to anyone. But for crying out loud, if it's for the good of the nation, if his struggles truly, indeed, is for the good of the nation, let's follow the trend that it is. I have my own YouTube channel, but I still come here and I still hear my view. I talk to leftists. I will not say, oh, I'm coming to Naija Watch because my channel is not good. No, we are all fighting the same cause. We are all fighting the same cause. Amigo has leftists. We talk about topics because it's for the good of the nation. There's no need to be selfish or self-centered. It doesn't. Where has it taken us to all these years? Can we just take a step back and reason? Where has it taken us to all these years? If we have a common goal, Everybody chip in their piece, their beats, their ideas, their this and that. I don't have to be the center of attention. And if I don't be the center of attention, I now become bitter. Come on. Where will it take us to? This struggle will just be in vain. That's just the truth. Someone made mention of Moses or God taking. God, that is true. God is not going to throw an angel from heaven to come and cure Nigeria's problem. It is within ourselves. He's going to raise somebody. And for crying out loud, we all are adults here. Some of us are rich. Some of us can listen. So if we are so bitter about everything, then let's form a political party, and because we can do better than them, let's form a political party, and come the next 4 years, I mean, we'll now start pushing ahead because we feel we know we can do better than Peter Obi at the very moment because he went to see Babangida. So what if he went to see Babangida? No, so what? Obaseki spoke about Peter Obi. Some people said Obaseki is a thief. Why did they not say, why would Obaseki talk about Peter Obi? About Obasanjo, they say endorse Peter Obi. People should say, why will Obasanjo endorse Peter Obi? Where do we put a stop to this? If this campaign is about to turn the country around, then let's focus on it. It doesn't mean we're not going to hear our views. Like what CM said, there's what we call constructive criticism, and there's what we call a foolish criticism, to be honest. I love people to criticize me if I am wrong. And I always defend myself, clarify myself, and apologize where I need. I've apologized on this platform before when somebody said they don't like my comments. I apologize for that statement, but I stand on what I said. Not the part of that I apologize for, but exactly what annoys me to make me make that comment to say people should shut up. That is what I said, and they were offended, and I apologize. So for crying out loud, if we are here to make a change, to push for a change, it's not easy. What do you expect the man to do? To go and sit in the desert until the day of election? He now come. He went to Egypt. On this platform, somebody said he went to Egypt. And why did he go to Egypt? If you remain in Nigeria, for crying out, the man is not president yet, so he can go to wherever he wants to go. But he went to Egypt because of electricity. He went to this place. Where do you want him to go now? Should he sit in the desert? Please. He has team that he works with. People criticize Donyo Kupe that is one of them this and that. But Donyo Kupe is a campaign manager. He stepped in as a vice president or whatever it is, and he pulled out. He didn't say, "Oh, since I'm there, I am there." Let's just give some people benefit of doubt, please, because we'll expect the same to be given unto us. I can easily condemn CM that why CM is working with that person. Why is CM working with that man, that person, so and so? You don't know. So let's give this man, give him a break. Let's highlight his good qualities and let's pray for him so that when he gets there, he will do what he has said he will do, which is to turn the country around. Electricity, economy, unemployment, education. The reason why leaders don't care about education is most of them did not even go to school. We just found out recently. They have fake certificates. That is why they don't care that university are shut down, because they never felt the pain of going to school. They don't know what education is all about. Is that what we want? I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know what to say again. If I've said anything out of place, I stand to be corrected. If you want me to clarify what I said or you want to report what I said, I'll use 2 minutes of my time to you. After that 2 minutes, the moderator can take over. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Andrew, for that contributions. Guys, please let's not forget to like and share this broadcast. Please like and share so our message can spread like wildfire, so more people can come here and see the work we do here. And do not forget to use the $sign on the comment section, just on the right-hand side, guys. So whatever you can support us with. Thank you so much, and God bless you as you do so. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. 2Ninja. Mr. 2Ninja, are you ready for me now?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm ready after some time. Yeah. Thanks for having me. So yeah, the topic was about, whether Peter Obi was going to see Yeah, Babangidas and Obasanjo and all the power brokers, Abu Salam, isn't it? I think this is one of the reasons why I keep saying we have to rely on ourselves. We can't keep living on the wind and a prayer. You know, every woman knows full well. I gave this example earlier on today. They know full well that when they meet a guy and the guy promises them heaven and earth and they don't deliver, and the next guy comes along, promise heaven and earth, they don't deliver. And before long, you know, the woman will pick up and like, you know what, I need to see the ring or I need to see something. You have to have proof. And we as Nigerians, we have been lied to from the beginning. On and on and on. And we are still doing prayers to save us. When are we going to start relying on ourselves? And this is something we already know how to do. Any woman will tell you that. And men too, vice versa, will learn the same lesson if they make one mistake after the other. We should be learning from that. That said, meeting people is not a condemnation in itself. And from, you know, obviously, Babangida, for me, is single-handedly responsible for the decay and the fall of Nigeria, really. From the beginning of his administration to the end, marked the very, because I was growing up during that period, I saw Nigeria doing very well to when Nigeria, everybody was running out of the country under his regime. One man did all that. And today, somebody's associated with him. So what? He's a human being. He's there for whatever. You know, this is one of the things I keep saying. For better or for worse, he's our crazy guy. He's our guy. We created him, and he's still there today. Truth is, associating with him doesn't necessarily mean the downfall. On the flip side, if I want to defend Peter Obi on this, if anybody has been paying attention in the past weeks and months, these leaders have always said they don't want old politicians. Babangida literally ruled out Tinubu and Atiku when he spoke last, and that was well before the presidential before they selected their flag bearers for each of these parties. He was against them already. And same goes for Obasanjo. Most of these people don't want the old guard, in other words, because they feel this generation, their time is past. After all, they are the ones that still refer to the colonizers and our enslavers as colonial masters. Maybe they realize one of their greatest mistakes is something that they cannot outlive. So they wanted a new generation to take over. And so for that reason, it means that the interest of Peter Obi and theirs has converged. And so it could be a reason for them to meet, because sometimes interests do converge. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. They don't want to see these old guards in power. So does Peter not want to see them in power. So, you know, you don't want to leave any potential asset on the table that you can use to achieve your ends. So I will not condemn Peter Obi for meeting them just for meeting's sake. But on the flip side, again, I can also tell you that Peter Obi was part of the establishment to a point. He was in PDP just months ago. And he's got children in the UK that live in the UK, which I consider a security threat, because if a leader's child is in a foreign land, yeah, you can see where that could lead quickly. Decisions can be affected. It's like, have you ever imagined one of these bandits having your child and you are the one responsible for passing a law against them? How would that go down? You want to pass a law against a bandit that just kidnapped your child. What kind of law do you think you'll pass? Kill them all? Let's face it, you are not likely to do that. So you see the contradiction there. And our leaders, many of our leaders have our children in all these countries. And some of these countries are the reasons why partly the reason why we are, because ultimately it's our fault. And if you have your children in those countries, and many of them go for treatment in those countries, yeah, those associations are the things I don't like. I prefer that our leaders are wholly Nigerian and focused on making Nigeria better, not compromised in any way. I don't think meeting Babangida compromises him at all. I don't think Obasanjo supporting Peter Obi compromises him. As a matter of fact, I think Obasanjo was supporting Wike. He actually said once that Nigeria needs a crazy leader. He was supporting Wike too. They don't want this old guard. So for me, it's neither here or there. And all this stuff wouldn't be getting to us if we were relying on ourselves. Because you'll be like, whoever gets there, they better be ready to do what I want. Otherwise,
Mr. Sunaita, I don't understand what you mean by we've not been relying on ourselves. Can you please explain to me what you mean by we've not been relying on ourselves? What have we been relying on, please?
It's like, okay, I'll make it simple. When a lady, wants to settle with a guy, what do they rely on? Do they say, oh, let me just pray, pray that this guy is telling the truth? No, they want proofs. They need to see the movement. You need to make sure you set standards. If the guy is not moving, you see the lady will say, no. I want you meet my family, you do this, you do this, you do that, you do that. That is the due diligence. If a woman meets a guy and the guy just promises everything and never delivers anything, yeah, even the friends will be telling her, what are you doing? You're doing it again? That shouldn't happen. That's what happens. So why are the people not deciding that, hey, we've been lied to so often? Why are we not taking charge and say, this is what we want to see, this is what we want to see, this is what we want to see? I don't care who you are. You guys have promised me once too many times and not delivered. Somebody was talking about us waiting for the next 4 years. If Peter Obi doesn't perform, we kick him out. We don't have this type of luxury. 4 years is a long time. For him to come and fail and we start all over again. We have to have vehicles of making demands, and those leaders, they sign a covenant with us, because there was a time in the West here where they had to sign documents as a way of symbolizing that it's not legally binding, symbolize that they are going to do these things that they say they're going to do when they get into office, and people are going to hold them accountable if they don't do that. That is kind of level we need to press them up to, because this thing where we just leave them and say, let them promise us and we will hope that they do it. We've passed that. We've been doing it for a long time. We have to start having demands that they have to meet. If you don't set standard, you're not going to get good standard. You will not. This is what I want to let people know. And when you do that, it frees you up from caring about who gets into office. Because now, your vote is conditional among the guys that agree to do. Because if Sowore now says, oh, everything the people are demanding, I'm going to do it, and you give him your vote, Peter Obi next time will think twice, or Atiku will think twice. They will want to do what the people exactly demand for. Because where we are right now, that is the only way we can truly control them. And the kind of things we are going to demand is going to defang them. It's going to take power away from them. And anybody that gets in the way, you should look at that person with a side eye and be suspicious. That person doesn't want you to have the power that you deserve. Like you tell them, I want the account to be made public, and the person says, no. Why? What have you got to hide? If they tell you to show us how you are spending our money. That is common sense. If that person doesn't agree, moves aside, bring somebody that is going to agree to that. That is kind of standard women set for themselves. Why are we not setting it for our country? If somebody comes to you now, a woman says, you know what, I'm going to marry you in 20 years' time or something like that. You're going to step aside. Let the guy that is ready to do the business now show up. Because the one that is promised you 20 years' time, you should be suspicious whether it actually means business. That is how, when you set a standard, your politicians will have to meet it. If they don't meet it, you can filter them out. And we are not making demand. We are just saying they should make these things right. There's no clear demand. Everybody has different demand. We have to crystallize 3 or 5 of them and tell them these are the type of things we want to see in the next 4 years. These are the programs we want to see in the next 4 years. and we have good minds come up with it. If NSAS can come up with demands, how can the whole population of Nigeria not be able to come up with something? How can the whole population of the country not be able to come up with something? That is why they got
Mr.
what they
Tula,
wanted.
have you been able to come up with any demands?
Pardon?
I said, have you been able to come up with any demands?
Yes, okay, let me give you three straight ones. Create 2 million jobs. The moment you get into office, start creating 2 million jobs by recruiting 1 million into the military, 1 million into the police and customs. While you are doing that, those jobs are going to be creating security, allowing our farmers to be able to go to their farm, reducing the kidnapping, making our country more secure. In other words, bringing investment in, even creating further more jobs, allowing us to even collect more tax to grow the state even further. That is just one. Then second one, make government accounts 100% transparent. Release the government account. Let's see what you are doing with our money. People should be able to subscribe to different accounts. Like, it's just like subscription that people do all the time. It's a very old and tested technology. They should be able to subscribe to the account and see what their governors are doing and see what their ministers are doing with their money. If you can see that, let's see how they are going to run with your money then. And at least nobody will be able to accuse them falsely anymore because they can see the money too. We can be able to collect tax. And most, this cannot be overstated, most importantly, trust in the government will improve because there's not that much in the dark anymore. The third one, electricity. They keep telling us that electricity is going to be ready in the next year and in the next year. You know that Bola Ige, one of the most trusted politicians, and I really, really respected Bola Ige, said he was going to provide electricity for Nigeria when I think he was made a minister. That was more than 20 years ago. Till today, there's barely 6 hours power supply in some parts of Abuja. So you have to pass an emergency law to force through the reforms that is required to procure mobile power plants to supply electricity to all the cities in Nigeria so that they can get 24/7 power supply. Well, how you can do that? Because the infrastructure is already there. Everybody knows there's power comes, power goes. If power can come and go, you know the infrastructure is already there. All you need is to locate these mobile power plants in the strategic locations to supply the cities the deficit in power that they have. And this can be done easily within a year. And it tells you that our people don't know these things. That's why they don't know what to ask for. That's why I'm saying when you ask for these things, now you've circumvented them. So you can have those mobile power plants in place for the next 5 to 10 years while the permanent infrastructure, there's no rush then. You can now build those ones properly in place so that now we have a continuous power supply. Then you can phase out the emergency stopgap of the mobile power plants. That is just 3. And some of all these things, if we did them, it will transform the country in so many ways because you can now collect money for healthcare because people are not worried now you're going to steal their money anymore. You can now collect money for education. So many things, it will solve so many problems. That is what I mean by making demands. And these are smart demands. If you do that, the politicians, let's see, all the corrupt politicians that used to come to be corrupt, they will not have any interest in coming to government anymore. It will become boring for them because there's not a lot of money to be made. If anybody has any problem with these demands, they can let me know. What are the obstacles to them? So that is back to the point about Peter Obi. This is why I keep saying, when we keep saying, pray for him, he is the savior, he is this. Peter Obi is a great guy. That is without a question. Not to mention the fact that when you compare him to the other guys in the field right now, they are not close. It's not even like a confusing situation for me. If I had to vote for any of them, I don't. Even when I wake up from my sleep, by accident, I'm not going to vote for the other two. So it's that obvious. So, but at the same time, I don't believe in putting our whole trust. It's too important in one individual like that. It's just too important for that, especially when you have ways of doing it differently. It's just, for me, that's how I look at it. And, you know, a lot of people have different views about this, whether it's corrupting Peter Obi. I don't care. I don't care. Is Peter Obi going to do what I want? And that is what I care about, whether he's going to do what I want. And all these things where we keep telling him, let him go there and clean this stuff up. We don't want to get to the next 4 years. We are still talking about some of all these things. He could spend that time fighting the establishment. He was impeached twice in office. And then this might not move forward for the next 4 years, and we are still in darkness. And this is why I keep saying you have to have his focus on the right things so that he knows that is his business when he goes in there. Anything else is a waste of time. Anybody that stands in his way, they know they are standing in the way of the Nigerian people when they do that. I've said this before, through the NLC, through all the great associations of Nigeria, they can come together because these people represent millions of Nigerians. Come together, formulate demands. If us NSAS processors can do it, I don't see why all these great organizations that have been holding this country ransom, they are capable of threatening protests and going on strikes, cannot make straightforward demands and say this is what the people expect from you. And you carve it in stone. And if you are not going to sign up to this, then you have to ask yourself what you are going to office to go and do. Because how hard can it be to sign up to such simple ideas?
Okay.
So
thank you very much.
So
Mr.
I really would like people to challenge some of these things that I'm saying if they feel like they want to challenge it, because especially the idea of making accounts public, because that's a very, very important one.
Yeah, thank you,
Yes,
Mr. May I go ahead, or there's somebody before me?
I think I'm before you. I don't know if Kachi will allow me. Please, just.
Well, if I'm going through the chat here, my message was before yours. I don't understand.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
if it is, let me see. Moderate. Okay, you're Andrew, is it? Okay, you're Andrew. Okay, yeah, that's true. But if
Not use my name to CM.
okay. No, I've seen the chat. I've seen the chat.
All right,
like...
Mr. Sorry, I didn't pick your name. This is not challenging what you said, but my question is in respect to the subject of demand you made. And this demand, for clarification purposes, is to whoever becomes president next, with the hope that is Peter Obi. Would that be correct?
Yes, before they become president, not after they become president.
Okay, that's the point. That's where I'm trying to go. But do you also think it is fair for the people, because I've said this before and I'm going to repeat it again, for the people to demand from all presidential candidates to declare their assets and liabilities prior to, in the Constitution, it is after they have been elected, but they are coming to serve the people. So do you think it is fair for us to also make this demand that they declare all their assets and liabilities prior to, not after they have been elected? I yield the floor. Thank you.
Definitely, 100% I agree with that. I'm surprised that is not even the case already. They definitely need to declare it, and I'm sure Tinubu would not like that.
So, but it's for the people now. That should be the message we should be singing every day like a national anthem. Don't you think so?
Yeah, exactly. See, people are worried about the certificate when they should be going after his assets. This is what I said the other day when they were like, "Oh, show me your primary school certificate." It's clear the guy attended university. Who cares whether he attended primary school or whatever? Worry about what he's got in his bank, where he got his money from. Because if this guy was a drug lord or whatever he did, all kinds of shady deals he did, you want to know that before he gets to office. Because if he was a billionaire now, by the time he leaves office, Nigeria will be broke because he will be a trillionaire. So we have to watch out for this type of more important things. Go ahead.
Please, can I come in 1 minute? Please, I think
I'm next now.
We as electorates, should be demanding at this time of a very vibrant debate from this candidate. We need to see them on the stage, and in that stage, these are part of the problem, part of the question we should ask them to declare their assets for us to know them. What do you have? We don't want you don't have any house in Ikoyi, for instance, and then by the time you become a president, you already have before 6 months, you already having 10 houses in Ikoyi. We want to know what you have. Declare your asset. Okay, please. This national debate of both the vice president, presidential candidate, and the vice presidential candidate, it is very, very important. We want to see these people on the stage. We want to see them on the stage. The youth, everybody, every Nigerian that knows what is right should begin to demand and require that we should have this. Thank you.
Please, Kachi, my question is for two Nigeria. I don't know because this person coming, but like what Andrew said, I support it to the extent that if they should declare the asset, the moment you win your party's nomination, it becomes your presidential candidate of your party, you declare your assets so that as you are campaigning, we'll be going through those assets you declare. Because the danger is if you are sworn in and after taking your oath of office, probably the next day you declare it. If we find any discrepancy, then we say presidential immunity. Because right now, P2B is not immune. None of them has immunity. So that's my addition to that. Now, back to what two Niger said regarding trade demands. I agree with the second one, which is purely make the account transparent. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It doesn't take anything. That should be taken as given. We should have it as at right. But the first one, probably it will link into the third one. The first one about employment, have to 2 million jobs. Yes, but
Mr. CM, please be quick. We still have somebody who is here to say
okay,
anything.
yes, I'm trying to be quick. So, Mr. Two Niger, do you realize that in Nigeria now, they said it's like for every 1 naira you have, Nigeria have earns, they will use 96 kobo to service debt. So what I in effect I'm trying to find out is in telling somebody that you need the person to create 2 million jobs when he gets in, that is what you want, and then probably electricity is also going to take money. We have to say, have you costed it? Because I know in the UK here, when you want to promise something, they will ask you, how are you going to fund it? Have you costed it? And if you say you've costed it, I think it's called the Institute for Financial Studies. Everything goes through them. It said, have IFS certified what you say? So what I'm saying in effect is, in demanding it, he should also tell us, because some people will say, I won't even create 2 million, we create 10 million. But they will have to explain to us how are they going to fund it, given the fact that Nigeria is it's like bankrupt, so to speak. That's what I want to put in. And then to Nigeria, you can maybe if you know better than.
Yes, it can be. I've costed it myself to a point. I cannot say I did a very, very thorough one, but I've costed it to a point. And the resources that it takes to create these forces, which are not high-ranking ones at first, it's not as much as people think, and it pays for itself too, which is the most important aspect. Because while you are doing that, the current security operatives will gain morale, and they start pushing back on the problem of insecurity. And when security started coming back to the country, when it gets to a threshold, you will just see a flood of investment coming to the country from Nigerians alone that are overseas, that will flood into the country with a lot of money and a lot of know-how, not to mention foreigners that want to come and invest in the most populous country on the African continent. So we have everything to gain. It's not, the money we spend on that, it's not money. We didn't even lose the money because it's no money. We will gain all the money back. Do you know what we lose from terrorists, from kidnappings, bombings? Every time you hear that, you hear all the travel advisories telling people not to go to parts of Nigeria. Almost more than half of Nigeria is a no-go zone right now. So businesses don't even think, any major business don't even think of going there. So the point I was making was that the money you spend on security pays for itself and more. So it's a zero-sum game. I'm even just putting this in forward payment of the money as a guide, but the money will come back in droves. And the jobs created, they also pay tax, remember. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tunaija. Thank you so much. Guys, do not forget to like and share this broadcast. Like and share. Thank you very much. I'm going to go to Mr. Okundaye. Mr. Okundaye, are you ready for me, please? Mr. Okundaye. Okay, I guess Mr. Okundaye is not ready for us. I can see Mr. Ncbd. Mr. Ncbd, please, are you ready for me?
Yes, 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 my sister.
Yeah, good evening to you, Mr. Ncbd.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. And
So,
thank you
Mr.
for.
Ncbd, what do you think? Thank you so much. Please, what do you
Mm,
think about Sowore? Who says who is not very much in support of Peter Obi visiting Tinubu, IBB, and co. He says these people are criminals, and for Peter Obi to be visiting them automatically means that Peter Obi cannot exactly be trusted. And what do you also say about the APC national chairman Abdullahi Adamu, who says that he's not aware of the elections, or will I say the winner of the Osun State gubernatorial elections, which took place in Saturday?
yes, thank you so much for the opportunity. Well, Sowore knows better than that. He knows what he's saying. It's all politics. Unfortunately, some people feel like Sowore will be an activist 24/7. At some point, he also plays politics. He also knows that he has to do this gaslighting. He knows better than that. He knows that it has nothing to do with trying to connive with these people to do whatever. He knows it's all about finding the kind of structure that Peter Obi will need to make a significant impact in every area of the country. So it's just political shenanigans. Because at the end of the day, if you look at this, I don't know who is unmuted, but it's okay. At the end of it, if you look at, uh, hello,
We
that
can
thing
hear
is
you, Mr.
all
NCBD.
right, all right. Okay, I'm doing all right. So at the end of everything, you discover that these three people, Babangida, Obasanjo, um, um, what was the name of Abdul Salam, all these people, they are not. If you look at it, they are not Fulanis. None of them are Fulanis. What does that show? What does that have to do with what I'm saying? It means that these people understand the they understand that Nigeria is on a brink of disintegration. They understand that if things is not done properly, that Nigeria the unity is under very is hanging on a very thin thread. So that's why you see them trying to pull someone that is not just. They understand that they cannot really put someone like Tinubu because they know that Tinubu have gotten himself and embedded and deep into the politics of the northern. Um, I don't want to use I don't want to mention tribes for the sake of one love and everything, but they know that Tinubu has been compromised and he has embedded himself deep into a section of those people that want to enforce their agenda in the country. So, and they know that they've seen what has happened. Tinubu is one of he said it by himself. If I'm the one that is saying it, it will be different. That he went and met Buhari and told him that I will help you, we will help you, you will win it. That when Buhari has even said that he doesn't want to contest anymore. So, what am I trying to say? These three people, they've always put themselves there as, they've always portrayed themselves as champions of national unity. They don't want, we know the role Obasanjo played in the Biafran, war and all that. All of them, including Babangida, all these people, they want Nigeria to continue. So that's one of the, I see that, I believe that that's one of the main reasons why you see them uh, um, pushing, or maybe they have not officially said it, but everyone can see that there's a way that it seems like they are putting Obi out there. And also, they understand that the country is also at the brink of total economic collapse. So, and they are seeing among all these people coming out, they know who have the best interest of the country at heart. And they know who is more prepared. They know who have done his assignment and who is ready to take the bulls by the horn. So definitely forget, we know about their past, but it gets to a point, they also realize that the future of the country is at stake. They have to be a country for you to even loot. They have to be an economy, and no matter how unhealthy it is, it has to still function a little bit for you to even see something to steal. Like you saw Obi coming out saying that there's nothing to loot anymore, and it's true. Look at ASU. That's a clear indication that they don't even have money to make the to carry out basic function of government. So I just that's how I see it, and I think for that statement that Abdullahi Adamu was making, I think he said that before INEC officially declared Adeleke the winner. So I don't know. I think as of now, he might
He
have.
didn't say it before. He didn't say it before INEC
Oh, he's
officially
still
declared the
insisting.
winner. INEC had already yeah, because that
Oh, okay.
interview
Then,
was today.
yeah, then it means that he definitely he doesn't have an answer, and he's just trying to stand his already muddy ground. He doesn't have an answer. He has nothing to say of substance, because at the end of the day, everyone
Okay,
have seen it clearly. Even the president have sent a congratulatory message to
exactly.
Adeleke. So it means that it doesn't have probably the right words. So he just had to stand.
Okay,
When you catch someone and the person does not have anything to defend themselves, and the person have this huge ego, you know what that person will say now? That no, 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 even if he knows that is yes. So that's just what I see about that.
okay. Thank you very much, Mr. NCBD, for that. Thank you to our amazing viewers and to our wonderful panelists. And thank you so much to the beautiful people on the comment section. Thank you guys once again for joining me here on Ninja Watch. I remember my own host, Kachi. Thank you guys. I'm just going to take time out to acknowledge the wonderful people I have here on the comment section. I can see Jackson Iwezu. Thank you. I can see Paper Clips. Chinoyen, you've been disturbing this comment section today. I can see two Ninja. I see Okechuku Kenneth. James Morgan, thank you so much for being here. I can see Clement Odige. Thank you so much. I can see Destiny right there. Amazing Grace USA. I see you. And the finest of them all, Irene Finance. Thank you so much for being here once again. I see Gabriel Ifewulu. Thank you so much for being here. I can see Okichiku Kenneth. Tim Omobiko, I see you right there. I can see Gabriel. I see you right there. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I can see Mataya. Mataya, thank you so much and good evening to you too. I see Ose Adams. Thank you so much, Theophilus. I see you right there. I see the Queen Valerie. Thank you so much for being here. I see my brother right there, all the way from Pluto, Israel Asamota. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Princess Christian, I see you. Uche Ginny, I see you right there. Thank you so much. I can see Gabriel Grana. Thank you so much for being here. Awareness TV. OHI. I see you right there, Father Evangelist, man of God. I see you right there. Thank you so much for being here. I can see Adegboyega Adedirin. Thank you. I see Ogaga Ogaga. Thank you so much. Geneviela. Thank you. I see you guys right there. I can see Maxwell J. Stone. I see you right there. Thank you so much for being here. Too blessed. I see you right there. You say you not go like our broadcast, okay? Oh, but try make you like I'm okay. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. I can see Samuel Unag. Thank you so much for being here. I see Charles Osi Ogaga. I see you right there. I see Julie Cosmos. I see you right there, Mataya. I see you right there. I see you. Blessed Okonkwo, Chidebere, John Paul. I see you right there. Thank you guys so much for being here. I see King Akpasan. I see BC. I see Clement Odige. I see you guys right there. I see Benga Adegelu. I hope I got that correctly. Thank you all so much for being here today. I see C Ima. I see you right there. And the mommy of all mommies, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love you guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you guys once again. Our amazing viewers, wherever it is that you're watching us from, you guys know you have a special place in my heart. I mean, you are busy, you have a lot of other things you could have been doing, but you decided to come here and be with us. Trust me, guys, I do not take this for granted. And do not forget to like, share our broadcast. If you're yet to do so, tell a friend, tell another friend about Ninja What. You can use the $sign right there on the comment section, just on the right hand side, to support what we do here. Thank you guys so much. Innocent Oka, I see you right there. Monday Otieno. Thank you so much, guys. I see you all. I see you all. Thank you guys so much. Our amazing viewers. I love you guys. Thank you. And to my wonderful panelists, to Ninja, Mr. CM, Mr. Okundaye, Mr. Juden, Mr. Chiobala, Mr. Omori, Mr. Nsubidi, Common Sense. I see you all. Thank you guys, Mr. Chooks. Thank you guys for being here with me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. But guys, let me not forget to still tell you to like and share this broadcast, because the likes are not very encouraging today. I don't know why. I don't know what I do now. When I know if you help me like this broadcast, guys, please love this broadcast, like this broadcast. It is free to like. Danny Levy, I see you right there. Now you put love for my mouth right now. Thank you guys so much. I can see Awakalu. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much. I'm going to give everybody some moment to take time out and say they are rounding up submission to Nigerians right now before we end the broadcast. And I'm going to start with the first person I have here, which is Mr. Two Ninja. Mr. Two Ninja, please wrap it up in 30 seconds. Mr. Two Ninja, don't disappear again. No. Okay, I'm going to go straight to Mr. CM. Mr. CM, please wrap it up in 30 seconds. Mr. CM. Mr. Kundaye.
Good evening.
Hello. Okay. Oh, she has called.
You said I should wrap it up. I don't. Do that contribute anything that I'm wrapping up?
Well,
anyway.
Mr. Kundaye, I called you, but you were not available, so I had to move to the next person.
Okay.
Yeah, she called you, Mr. Okundaye, several times.
So anyway, good night.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Okundaye. Mr. CM, please wrap it up in 30 seconds.
Hey, 30 seconds. Okay. Well, in that case, first of all, much appreciated. I don't know. Thank you very much, Niger Ward. Please keep up the good job, at least, irrespective of whatever happens. I came here to learn. I listened to Moruya, I listened to Two Niger, I listened to a host of other Andrew, Alex. I don't know whether Alex spoke today. So we come here to learn. But one thing we must have to make sure, I think Niger Watch said it one day that they are trying to invite P2B to the platform. In fact, that day will be a great day because we need to prepare questions for him, particularly how he will, questions that will help him anyway, not really to criticize, but questions that will help him, whereby if he's answering it, then we sort of to Niger, trade demands to Niger brought up. He may even, this type of thing, I will even add my own, but I won't say it now until that day. Hopefully, if he comes, and that is the reason why you can now see that the panelists, we're all trying to help him or help any presidential candidate through the question, because we have to interrogate them now and then see how it goes. So my regard to everybody. I'm so grateful that I'm part of the family here. Like I will always say, let's not lose hope. Help is on the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. CM. Oh, I actually forgot to acknowledge Mr. Andrew. Mr. Andrew, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan, please wrap it up.
Yes, thank you everybody for listening, and for my co-panelists and Niger Watch, thank you for the wonderful platform you've given us to air our view. I want to say that there are millions of people, Nigerians today, that are supporting Peter Obi based on the perceived integrity, the way he has comported himself, both from what he has done in the past and currently. And those people wouldn't be alienated by going to um, uh, be in bed with the same old brigades, old thieves that have brought Nigeria to its ruin. Okay, so he should be careful how he liaises with them, so that people of majority or millions of those Nigerians that are supporting him because of the integrity that perceived he has, so that he will not disappoint them, he will not alienate them in order to get a few votes from these old brigades who are only but there to serve their own best interests, to protect all that they have stolen from Nigeria. So you should watch out for that, because these people are going to do everything to bring him on their side, so that he will continue to protect them and shield them from all their corrupt practices in the past. And then again, we should continue to demand that we want to see these people on the stage, every one of them on the stage, to debate and answer questions from Nigerians. We are hiring them. They are our employer. They are our candidate coming for us to hire them. So we need to talk to them. We need to know who they are on the same platform. And then we need to know those who are healthy and those who are not healthy. And we need to know whose brain is functioning, that can be able to lead us, and whose brains have rotten. We want to know those with analog brain and those who are with digital brain. We want to know all this, and the only way we can know this is when we put them side by side on the same platform. We want them. We want us to begin to demand for this. It is very important. Thank you all.
Okay. All right, Mr. Jordan. Thank you so much for that contribution. I'm gonna go straight to Mr. Tiobala, please.
Yeah, Madam Kachi, thank you so much. Please, there is a noise coming from your side though. I don't know if you can rectify that.
Okay, okay.
First of all, I want to talk about somebody came here on this platform telling us that we should not be talking about Tinubu. That Tinubu, whenever we talk about Tinubu, because he's a thief, is this, is that. We are not saying Tinubu is a thief. We are just trying to evaluate those who are coming for presidential position, who say they want to lead us. We want to know their character. We want to know their age. We want to know their past life and what they have for us in future. So far, up till now, we have not heard anything from any of them. They have never engaged the public. This is the aspect I'm talking about whenever Nigeria is talking about making a demand. One of the process of making a demand is when you have a leader who is visible. Some of these presidential candidates so far now, they are not visible to the masses. When they get to the office, they will not be visible. Imagine someone is begging you for a vote, is not visible to you. You cannot even see them on radio station. You cannot even see them on television stations to ask questions. Is it when they not get to office, you not be asking questions? If you do, they will kill you the way they kill people at Lekki Toll Gate. So the most important thing is that we already know the way forward. Not that Nigerians are not asking questions. Nigerians are asking questions, but whenever you ask questions, they send DSS after you. And if you talk about the issue of Peter Beam meeting Obasanjo and all those leaders, there's nothing wrong with it. He has the right to meet those people. And besides, those people are in their I don't know, they are octogenarians. They're in their 80s. So then they maybe they are one way or the other looking for a way to make sure that before they go, Nigeria should be a better place. With the way things are going right now, the way Buhari and his cohort are handling the situation right now, that is not the plan. So they are making everything possible to hand over the country to a better person, at least who have the people at heart. So most importantly, we should not allow the comments made by Sowore the other to come here and divide us. Sowore has succeeded in making comments At the end of the day, we are here talking about it for no reason. I see no reason why I should be talking about Sowore, talking about Peter Obi meeting people, because he only just to set confusion among the Peter Obi supporters. And he has succeeded in doing some of all these things, whether we like it or not. As far as I'm concerned, I want to urge each and every one of us, we should not mind all those feedback coming from one or two persons. The most important thing is that they are just here for distraction or wherever they are. Please, let's stay focused. Let's think of the way forward. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Ansibidi, please.
Is it my turn now?
Hello.
Is it my turn? I don't know. I don't know.
Did I hear in CBD or?
Yeah, after NCBD should be common sense.
Okay, it's
Oh,
me. It's me.
all right,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah. So it's me common sense. So I want to say something. In
Okay, go ahead.
2015, Sowore was a diehard fan of Buhari. When Buhari won his election, his first his tenure, so Sowore celebrated it on live television. He was celebrating it. He was dancing. There's a video, and I can give you a proof of that. He supported Buhari. Will he say he didn't know when Buhari ruled as a military man before that he was a bad man? He knew. And he supported him, and there's nobody castigating him now because he's contesting that he supported Buhari that overthrew a democracy government, and nobody is talking about that. And we are here talking about just somebody that went to visit. He supported Buhari, and he's a diehard fan of Buhari, and he did everything possible with Sahara reporters to castigate Jonathan's regime. He did everything in his power. Sowore is somebody that uses media. That is what is that is his feed. It belongs to the media, so he know how to manipulate things. People talking about him, what he said, and because of a visit. Let me tell you something. Sowore is a diehard fan of Buhari. What Buhari did in Nigeria today, he supported him and he celebrated it. And any of his supporters that want to argue with me, I will show you the proof of his video. It's still in the internet. So visiting somebody and celebrating somebody that moved Nigeria backward, which one is bad? So we are here talking about some people are here, not everybody though. Some people are here talking about it's not supposed to go and visit those people. Who is he going to visit? My father or the person's father? These are the people that owns Nigeria, that started doing all these things in Nigeria. They know all the tricks and everything. Let me tell you something. Those people are regretting now that Nigeria is in this state. Do you think some of them are happy? They knew what they did. So the best way to pay Nigeria back in kindness is to support the new candidate. What is he going to do? What will he do? Even if we decide now, okay, let's allow Sowore now. Do you think with all these things that is going on that we allow him to go there? When they already knew he's talking in live TV or in his Sahara TV saying he's going to, these people are corrupt, I'm going to imprison this, I'm going to imprison that. If somebody tell you I'm going to imprison you, are you going to support that person to come into government? So let's be real. You will not tell somebody that you're going to arrest him. If you are there already, you can do what you want to do because you have power there. Now it's not even our president. He's contesting. Let's keep that firstly into our head before we start judging him that he went to visit somebody. Buhari that Sowore supported. What happened today? It's okay, no problem. You can go on.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Common Sense. Thank you so much for that. Mr. Nsibidi.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think you have disappeared, but no problem. All right, thank you.
I'm here.
Oh, no, yeah, I was talking about Kachin. But all right,
Okay.
yes. Thank you so much, my brother. Common Sense. I understand. I really appreciate what you spoke about Sowore. This is what I've been trying to tell some of us. That when you see some of us looking at Sowore with one eye like this, it's because of we it's not like we do not want all those activism and all that. We appreciate all that, but sometimes we have to look at the history.
Mr. Nsibidi, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay, please go ahead and make your contributions.
All right, thank you so much. So, yeah, so we have seen that some of the, the I don't know, just from the man came out and said it by his own self. I'm not the one that said that he led, is among those that led the media campaign to remove the corrupt government of Jonathan. He said it himself. So, and all that shows us that, one of the greatest attributes of, or should I say, one of the most important attributes of great leaders is their foresight, the ability to see far. If the man was not able to see what will happen what will happen with this administration, and was not able to see all that, how are we going to now entrust him to be able to see what Nigeria will be in, in the future? So what I'm trying to say is that let us not I don't believe that anybody that is thinking properly, or let me not use that, that seems harsh. Anybody that is looking at it from a more logical angle will be criticizing Obi for going to visit Obasanjo, Babangida, and Abdul Salam, whoever. But you see, because that's the structure that the man needs, that's the exposure that he needs. As much as we are shouting Peter Obi, we cannot single-handedly, we can, but it will be much difficult for us to just only take, be the ones to go and start screaming for him to. You understand? So that's what I just have to say on that. Sowore should concentrate on his uh, on his activism. Forget about people. Just focus on your own message. Focus on your message. Pass it there, and don't try to gaslight in the name of. It's like you're taking advantage of your activism platform, and you're trying to use it to kind of gaslight your opponent. That, oh, why are you meeting Obasanjo? How many people did you meet when you were doing all the things you were doing in Sahara Report? How many people do your people went to interview? When Adiola fired him and all those people was working for him. These people were interviewing even the president, everybody. They were totally
Okay.
involved with these
Okay,
politicians.
thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry I'm having some technical issues right here. Thank you all so much for your contributions today. Thank you guys for joining me once again. The viewers, the panelists, the amazing people in the comment section. Thank you guys so much. Can you guys hear me, please? Can you guys say something in the
Yes, we
comment
can hear you.
section?
We
Yes,
can hear
yes,
you. We can hear you.
loud and clear.
Okay,
We
all right.
understand the
Okay.
Nigerian network.
All right, thank you guys so much. I'm just having a little bit of technical issues right here. Thank you all so much for your amazing contribution. Thank you guys. God bless you and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Do not forget to
For
join us
Nigeria,
10 a.m.
amen.
Do not forget to join us 10 a.m. Nigerian time, Monday to Saturday for our newspaper review. Don't forget to do that. And do not forget to join us Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. for our discussion, and 6 p.m. on Friday for our debate. Thank you all so much, Mr. NCBD, Mr. Tunaja, CM,
Please,
Mr. Tunde, Mrs.
I want to say
Theobala.
something before you go. Please, I want to say
Okay,
something.
no problem.
Please,
No
please,
problem, Mr.
I want
Promotions.
you.
I'm coming to you.
Okay, I want you to do something like this. Make a program which will comprises all the supporters of Tinubu, Atiko, Obi, and Sowore, so that we
We're
can
doing that
debate.
on Friday for the debate. We're already
Okay, on
working on
Friday.
that
Okay,
for the
okay.
debate every Friday. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna be there. I'm
Mother
gonna be
Kashi,
All
there.
thank
right.
you so much. Please, uh, all this negative comment from Sowore, I'm so sorry. Please, I know it's your platform. He just saying it to also divide us, and I don't like it.
Okay. Can you say that again? I didn't hear
That
you.
guy is vex.
Mr. Tiobala, can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
Like, Sowore should not be a topic on this platform. I see no reason why we should be discussing Sowore comment. The what Sowore is doing in essence is that the what Peter B is enjoying right now is supposed to be there. He's angry and jealous. We should not be discussing about that guy come, whether be positive or negative. They say Obi don't have structure in the north. He's building it now. It's not a problem.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you, Mr. Tiobala. We're going to, have a meeting on that because you already know that Niger Watch platform is a news platform where we discuss about everything that comes to.
Kachi, excuse me. She has disappeared again.
And the panels, you must have, you must
Kachi,
always try to be in front of be ready when they call you. Like two Nigerian. I don't know if he was eating
Ka-
agbado and corn.
Kachi,
He was
Kachi,
not here when
Kachi.
they
He was
called.
eating
What did
àgbàdo
I
and
do
corn.
now? What did
Àgbàdo
I
and
do
corn.
now? Eh?
He
There's
was
nothing wrong
eating
with
he was
Agbado.
eating cassava. He was
Agbado is
eating cassava.
organic. Yeah?
Because, Kachi, please. It's like I'm begging. I don't know how far. You may not tell us here, but I know there's a plan underway to bring P2B to this platform. How I think it's still in progress.
Of course.
Okay, please. It should be announced. We'll give it a wide
No
publicity so that
problem.
I
We'll give
don't
you
miss it
guys
that
heads
day.
up so everybody can be around to ask questions and all of that.
Exactly, because we really have to put questions across to him and hear what
No
he says,
wahala.
particularly
Just
our
gather
this
your
thing.
questions very
That
soon.
would be
Very
great.
soon.
So
Once the
yes,
date
it's
is
Because
true.
once the date
Our
is
demand, not really question, but the demand. This time we demand. These are
all
what
right.
Exactly.
we
Once the date has been scheduled, definitely we're going to put that across to all of you. Thank you all
exactly.
so much.
Great.
Yeah,
It's
thank
true.
you
Great,
guys. And
great.
now
So
me
that
Bella. Now me
we,
Bella, I see you. No be small part too. Yes, mommy diaspora, technical issues, Nigeria Wahala. Okay,
okay, good
guys,
night,
thank you so
guys.
much.
Good
okay.
night.
Good.
So,
This okay.
Thank
9:30.
you.
Good night. Good night,
Okay,
everybody.
guys.
See you
Bye.
people
Join
tomorrow.
me
Bye bye.
tomorrow.
Good night,
Bye
guys.
Bye.
bye.